Hey, this is Tasha. Today's date is May 5th, 2018. And today I'm doing a video with my hubby. We are going to talk about our experiences as former home health aides. How long were you a home health aide, honey?
About 15 years.
Yeah, my husband, he was a home health aide for 15 years. And you were plus and a nurse's aide at the same time, right?
Yep.
I don't know why this looks so weird. Well, anyway, yeah, because there's no light on.
As well as a certified first responder.
Certified first responder. Talk loud. So.
As well as a certified first responder. Mm-hmm. For those of you who don't know, a CFR is one step below EMT, which is in the paramedic field. Mm-hmm. I done that for from the 90s up to right after 9/11.
Okay, y'all. I hope y'all heard that.
So after 9/11, I had to leave that alone. I continued working as a CNA, HHA, PCA, and a DCW, direct care worker. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're going to mentally challenge. Yeah,
so we're going to basically talk about, because on one of my other videos, somebody had commented that they were on a case today and the client made them cry. And that made me very angry because I know well on that a lot of times the clients, and or their family members can be very disrespectful towards the home health aides. Like, really disrespectful for, like, really no reason. You can ask them a question, or you might not be sure of something, and they will go off on you. Now, before I continue, you have to understand that these people are sick. You know, they are suffering in their bodies most of the time. They have a lot of issues going on. However, just because they are sick and they're going through, that should not give them the right to be disrespectful towards you. You do not have to yell at them, curse them out, threaten them, or anything like that. You could look them in their eye and tell them, like, listen, I'm sorry that you're feeling this way, or, I'm sorry that you're having a bad day today, but I would appreciate it that you don't speak to me like that. Okay? If you don't like me being here, you can always call the agency and you can send somebody else. But, yeah, so, and if you have to cry, don't let the client see you cry. Please don't let them see you cry. Okay? Because if they know that they can make you cry and you stay there, they're going to make your time there very miserable. And you'll be walking on eggshells and it won't be good. And all you're going to end up doing is stressing yourself out. Also, what I want to add, like, when I became a home health aide, I was probably about, I would say 2021. And a lot of people say, oh, you're so young, you're so pretty. You could be doing so many other things with your life. You should be in school. You should be doing this. You should be doing that, blah, blah, blah. And at first, it would really bother me because I'm like, well, I want to get my life together. I want to do better, but right now I do need a job. Like, I can't just lay up and do nothing with my life. Excuse me, sorry. And I need a job, and this is something that I wanted to do, and that was it. So as I got older and people would say, oh, you so young, you should be doing this. And they didn't understand that there were times I was in school. I was doing different things outside of just being a home health aide. It's just that that's the type of work I did, and I didn't want to really do anything else at the time. So in that case, you just tell them, like, well, you're entitled to how you feel, but I like doing what I do. Even if you don't like doing what you do, don't agree with them. Don't be like, yeah, child, yeah, I really hate my job, and they don't pay me enough, and they don't say all that. Just be like, well, I like what I do. It pays the bills, and that's it. Leave it alone. Don't let people try to make you feel bad because you're a home health aide. I'll be honest. you could be on. I'm not trying to be funny, but you could be on the stripper pole. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing so many. I'm not knocking strippers if that's what you choose to do. More power to you. But I'm just saying, like, you could be out here doing all kinds of things to make money. And if you want to be a home health aide, that's your business. You do not have to do home care for the rest of your life. It's not a job that you have to do for the rest of your life. And if you choose to do this for the next 10, 15, 20 years, and that's your prerogative. You can do that. I know people who have worked as a home health aide for 15, 20, 25 years, and they're cool with it. They like doing it. They enjoy their job. They might have like one client or two clients that they've been with for a long time. They got used to them. They enjoy working with them. They enjoy being with the family. And that's it. So I'm going to have my husband say what he got to say about, his experiences when he used to do home care. You want to be on camera or no?
It doesn't matter.
Here, we'll take the phone then.
How you guys doing today? Well, my experience as a home health aide, even up to most recently, before I started my own security company, well, I done had patients tell me, well, you don't have to be here, you can leave, because they didn't agree with something I said or did, or the way I done something. And I kindly had to put them in their place and let them know, I go above and beyond for you. I don't do it because I have to, because I do it because I choose to. I had one client back in the days, in the 90s, sorry, that told me to leave. But what I did, I set him straight. He had a party. He needed my assistance. He's a paraplegic in a wheelchair because he was a young man who got shot in the back, so he was just miserable. And what happened was, one particular day, he was angry about something. He took it out on me. I said, listen, all that I do for you, I take your children to school for you, which I'm not required to do, and I really don't have to do. I help you with your party, which I don't have to do. And I don't get paid for these things. My job is to assist you in your daily activities, which consists of helping you keep yourself clean, light housework, and small errands. When he told me to leave, it was about halfway through my shift, about 3 p.m. I wasn't supposed to leave until 5. I said, okay, no problem. He didn't want me to use his phone. So you know what I did? I went downstairs, across the street to the payphone, called my coordinator, and told them what was going on. And I left. Still got paid my whole time, so it really didn't matter to me. Then, before the day was done, he called the office asking for me to come back. I didn't go back the next day. I went back the following day. So I went back 2 days later. And after that, things was never the same between me and him. And he realized I'm not the one that you can talk to, treat any kind of way, and then sit there and take it. Most recently, I believe about a year or so ago, I had a client in a wheelchair. And I'm in his room cleaning up his room. Upon cleaning his bed, straightening on his bed, I realized he had pooped on the bed, like on his covers and stuff like that. He's telling me not to change the linen, just cover it up with the other blankets. So I did that. We went out, did what we had to do, and when I left, I called the office and told them, listen, I do not want to be at this case no more. This man is nasty and he's putting me at jeopardy. Because God forbid, his family comes by the house and see that, all he just had to say, the aide did not change it. Or I told the aide to do it, he didn't do it. So first thing you want to know is always CYA, cover your butt. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, follow the rules to the T. don't extend yourself too far for these people. There's some you may get a bond with and get close with, but still you want to keep your distance, and you really don't want to open yourself up too much. Once you do, they feel they can take advantage of you and hurt you any kind of way. I had a case during last summer, not last summer, the summer before last, which was a 12-hour case all the way out in Brooklyn. I live in Harlem now. And the mother was constantly interfering with her son's care. I understand that's her son. She wanted certain things done a certain way. And I explained to her, listen, I've been doing this job for a long time. I understand. I know how to do this. I'm very much aware. If I need your help, I will ask you. If I need your advice or your opinion, I will ask you. And I was very polite and respectful about it. But it got to the point where she kept nagging. I asked my supervisor to remove me from the case. I did not want to go back to that case. I was loving the hours, of course, but like I said, it wasn't worth the headaches and the stress. I had enough issues going on with my own family, and I need to be stressed out taking care of nobody else's family. The patient was very cool, no problem with him. But sometimes family members could get involved and make the situation very uncomfortable for you. Me, I don't tolerate a lot of mess from people. Yes, I will go a little bit off the grid and help a little bit more than I have to. I will even stay a little later if you ask me to sometimes, without reporting it. But don't take my kindness for weakness.
Red alert.
but don't take my kindness for weakness. Because you have one time only to disrespect me. So, with that being said, do what you got to do. If you're gonna be a home health aide, be good at it. Do your best. Don't be discouraged because of what someone else tell you or what they may say. At the end of the day, they're not taking care of you. They're not paying your bills. They're not taking care of your responsibility. You do what you got to do for you. All right. And with that being said, I'll bid you all shalom.
All right. Well, that was my husband. He just, weighing in. So now he did say one thing that I don't advise that home health aides do is stay after. Now, of course, like if you're at a doctor's appointment with your client and their ride is not there yet, you can't just leave them. You have to make sure that they get home safely, unless there's some other arrangements that, prior. But, staying at a client's house an hour or two after you are supposed to be gone, that's a no-no. My husband, he is a little bit more lenient. I was very by the book. And a lot of people didn't like me for that because I'm like, if I wasn't trained to do it or I was told I'm not supposed to do it, I'm not doing it. And a lot of people didn't like that. I mean, I've got offered money. Oh, I'll pay you if you... No. Nope. Because if something happens to you or your family member, y'all going to blame me. Y'all not going to be like, oh, Tasha's a nice person. They're going to want to, they might want to press charges or something. So I would not advise. See, my husband, he began being a home health aide like back in the late 80s, early 90s. So things have changed over the last, 20 some odd years. Mm-hmm. I would not advise anybody to stay at a client's house after you are supposed to clock out. Okay, so don't do that. But I understand what he was trying to say. Sometimes some home health aides do go above and beyond. And I'm not going to sit here and say I never ever did it, but it was very rare that I did just went above and beyond what I was supposed to be doing for a client. So in conclusion, I just want to tell anybody, I had made a comment I had responded to somebody's comment, and I had told them, listen, if you just got your certification, do not let my videos discourage you from being a home health aide. If you need a job and you just went through your 3 weeks of training or however long training you had to take, depending on what state you live in. Start the job, okay? Even if you don't do home health aide all the time, it's good to have as a backup. You know, like if you work a few hours out the year, it'll keep your certification valid. You know, you go to in-services and things like that. Every agency, it works differently. So, you know, keep that, you know, keep your certification. Even if you find another job, you know, you can just do the home care part-time or whatever. But don't just not do it, you know, unless you choose to. You know, so that's really all we have to say. I'm sorry that it looks so dark. We don't have the lights on and everything. It's kind of cloudy here today. All right then, take care. Peace.